Now, one thing that I think a lot of fans around the world will really agree on is the fact that Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy really messed around with The Rise of Skywalker in the worst way possible by initiating 2 phases of reshoots and rewrites for the movie that really caused a lot of problems with the production of Episode 9. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the one thing about Disney Star Wars is that we do know that they are now in a phase of damage control and desperation to really get the ball rolling again when it comes to Star Wars. Essentially, what they want is that they want to attract the Star Wars fans that they lost from the sequel trilogy movies, like, of course, The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, for an example. Now, when you think about it in that sense, a lot of fans are really much invested in exactly what the future holds for the franchise and exactly what it's going to look like without Kathleen Kennedy. Now, a lot of fans have always been wondering about what could have been for The Rise of Skywalker if it were not for Kathleen Kennedy intervening with, of course, this new Star Wars universe and really changing a lot of the deleted scenes and putting new ones in. She really did, in fact, mess with Episode 9, and it really didn't turn out to be better. So, with that being said, we do know that Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are doing everything they can in order to reunite the Star Wars fans around the world when it comes to, of course, Disney Plus with their TV shows, and of course the new Star Wars trilogy of films, such as the 4th Star Wars trilogy as an example, that's going to create a new mythology. However, what's really exciting all has to do with what could have been for The Rise of Skywalker if it were not for Kathleen Kennedy, and what George Lucas himself had planned for Episode 9 along with J.J. Abrams by his side. Now, of course, with both Disney and Lucasfilm now finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are primarily focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of movies as well as the new Star Wars universe. It's explained that currently both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are hard at work on reuniting the Star Wars fans around the world. However, though The Rise of Skywalker had a very complex production because of Kathleen Kennedy, Chapek plans to release a brand new cut of the film by George Lucas and J.J. Abrams, including many of the deleted scenes from Episode 9. Now, it's described that one of the main scenes that will be included in this new cut takes place at the very ending of the film, in which both Rey and Kylo Ren fight the Dark Acolyte where they are in a state of trouble, where the Force ghosts of Luke, Anakin, Kenobi, and Yoda begin to appear to face the Dark Acolyte and attempt to weaken the spirit of Darth Sidious within the Dark Acolyte. The scenery involved the Dark Acolyte performing a Force storm that would create the surface of the world of Exegol to begin to fall apart piece by piece, where flows of lava would begin to erupt from the surface, causing Rey and Kylo Ren to fly backward. Now let me stop right here for a second, because this is pretty much an homage to what Ralph McQuarrie originally wanted to do with Palpatine and his little new throne room in Return of the Jedi that was going to be surrounded by lava. It's almost as if George Lucas was kind of creating a little bit of an homage to that, where now the surrounding of the throne room would be all lava. Now, this is where the Force Ghost would face the Dark Acolyte and weaken a part of his spirit by absorbing some of his energy, giving, of course, Rey and Kylo Ren an open shot to fight Sidious. Now, this would eventually allow Kylo to face the Dark Acolyte, where they would then begin to battle to where the Acolyte lets go of Palpatine's spirit and goes inside of Kylo Ren, taking control of his body. The scene progresses to a point in which Rey then stabs Kylo with the crossguard lightsaber, killing him, where she brings him back to life as the spirit of Sidious is dragged into the netherworld of the Force. Now, the Force storm in this scene by the Dark Acolyte was going to be far more destructive than the one scene in the final cut of the film, which would tear the world of Exegol into pieces on the surface, creating a fiery, hellish atmosphere. So here's the thing about this particular ending by George Lucas, is that this seems like it was more in line with what Star Wars really is, and how it could have added in so much drama. Let's not forget that what George, Chris, and JJ wanted to do before Kathleen Kennedy came in and deleted many of those scenes, mind you, is that George really wanted to make it clear that what he was trying to do was he wanted to really create both Rey and Kylo Ren to have an actual full-blown fight scene together against the main villain, in which we really didn't get that in the final segment. You know, if you really think about it, we only had them raise their sabers in front of Palpatine before they get pretty much, all their life force drained. And that was it. That was their battle together. It really wasn't even a battle at that. It was just a little confrontation in front of Palpatine. Now, the thing about the Force Ghost intervening and really actually playing a very big role, such as Luke, Anakin, Yoda, and Kenobi confronting the Dark Acolyte, helping to weaken the spirit of Palpatine, giving Rey and Kylo Ren a chance to take him down, before, of course, then the Dark Acolyte lets go of Palpatine's spirit and goes into Kylo Ren's body, where he begs Rey to kill him. All these different aspects of the ending of Episode 9 by George really just proves that George Lucas really wanted to do something incredible with Star Wars, and it's just so upsetting that we didn't get anything near quite as amazing as this because of Kathleen Kennedy and what she really wanted for the very end of the Skywalker saga and what she believed was the way to go for the very ending of Episode 9. So with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.